Okay, so all of these are that compound units that we talked about last time. So here we got 710 grams per cubic centimeter. Now in the metric system, of course, it's still 710 grams per 1 cubic centimeter. But when we were dealing with metric units, we converted each unit separately. So we have to take grams into kilograms and cubic centimeters or centimeters cubed into meters cubed. Now grams to kilograms on our chart, we have grams, decagrams, hectograms, and kilograms. We're going 3 spots to the left. So that's 0.71 kilograms. For centimeters cubed to meters cubed, we had meters, decimeters, centimeters. To get from centimeters to meters is 2 spots to the left, but we're not going to move the decimal 2 spots. Why? It's cubed. When it's cubed, that means we have to go 3 times for each spot on the chart. So 2 spots on the chart means 6 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, of course, to finish this off, we have to divide that out. 0.71 divided by 0.000001 is 710,000 kilograms per meter cubed. 3,000 feet per minute into miles per hour. It's 3,000 feet in 1 minute. Now with standard units, we usually go through the conversion factors. So we're going to put feet on bottom, miles on top. 1 mile is 5,280. And of course, we get rid of the minutes. 60 minutes in 1 hour. So the minutes cross cancel. The feet cross cancel. So, oops, we want to cross off the 60. So we've got 3,000 times 60, which is 180,000 miles over 5,280 hours. So 180,000 divided by 34.09 miles per hour. Yes, I know I left a 0 off of the 5280, but I only got an 18,000 instead of 180,000, so I had to correct. How many of you got 34.09 miles per hour for that one? Anybody get the 710,000 for the first one? How many of you are totally lost and have no clue how I'm doing any of this? How many of you could have got those on your own, just something went wrong?
Got the basic concept. For the second one, I got 3.4.
Oh, it's off by a decimal place? Okay. Lost a 0 somewhere. That's forgivable. 4,320 pounds per square foot. We want pounds per square inch. 4,320 pounds per 1 square foot. We're not changing the pounds, we're just getting rid of the square feet and going into square inches. So 1 square foot is 144 square inches. So the feet divide out, we got 4,320 pounds in 144 square inches. We're going to divide that out. Should give us 30 pounds per square inch. Anybody get that one? So then 0.14 ounces per cubic inch. 0.14 ounces per 1 cubic inch. We're going to pounds per square feet. We've got ounces and pounds. 1 pound is 16 ounces. Square inches, or cubic inches and cubic feet. 1 cubic foot is 1,728 cubic inches. So the ounces cross cancel, cubic inches cross cancel. We've got 0.14 times 1 times 1728. is 241.92 pounds. Over 1 times 16 times 16 times 1 is 16 cubic feet. So we're going to divide by 16 here. 15.12 pounds per cubic foot. Anybody get that one? So you're saying is you're all good and ready for a quiz? Yep. The key is since we have dual units, whenever you, let's say you have something like miles per, well, let's see here. Let's say that you are told that you are getting 0.01. Oh, I gotta get better than that. Oh, hold on. Let's say you're getting, this is kind of absurd, but say you're getting 20,000 feet per quart is your gas mileage on your car. So I don't know why they would give it that way, but let's see, you want that converted into miles per gallon. So whenever you see something like this is 20,000 feet per quart. It's over 1 quart. And now you have to convert both units. I'm going to get rid of feet, so I make them cancel and put feet on bottom so that they cross cancel out. And I'm going from feet to miles. I have 1 mile is 5,280 feet. Then I also have to get rid of the quarts down here. Now since the quarts are on bottom, to make it cross cancel, I'll put quarts on top. Now I'm converting into gallons. So 1 gallon is 4 quarts. So the feet cross cancel, that's why I had to put the feet on bottom. The quarts cross cancel. Yeah, the 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. You can pull that off your conversion sheet or out of your notes if you have it. So then 20,000 times 1 mile times 4, that is 80,000 miles. 1 times 5280 times 1 gallon is 5,280 gallons. So we're going to divide 80,000 divided by 5280. 15.15 miles per gallon. Does that make more sense? A little bit? Sure. Any other questions on our weight and our capacities and stuff like that? Pounds, ounces, grams, kilograms, liters, milliliters, gallons, quarts, pints, cups. For the metric? Okay. Of course, the main unit's in the middle, liters, grams, meters. But deciliters, decigrams, decimeters, centiliters, centigrams, centimeters, milliliters, milligrams, millimeters. And there's microliters, micrograms, micrometers. Going the other way, it's decaliters, decagrams, decameters, hectoliters, hectograms, hectometers, kiloliters, kilograms, kilometers. That skips a few. Megaliters, megagrams, megameters. And of course, for the meters, if it's squared or cubed, if it's squared, you got to double it. So 2 spots for every spot on the chart, and if it's cubed, it's 3 spots for every spot on the chart. Any other questions? This is micro, yeah. It's just this is a thousandth, and then it skips to a millionth. It does, this was tenths, hundredths, thousandths. No, it doesn't do 10,000s, 100,000s. It just skips from thousands to millions. Now, quarts and gallons are separate. That's a G. But that's all grams across that middle row. No problem. Okay, time for your quiz. Okay, there are some of you still working on the quiz, and that's fine if you still need more time. Just set it aside, and you can finish it up in a little bit. We're going to go ahead and cover our new topic for today. We've talked about our dual units and stuff. We've talked about both standard and metric units, but what we still haven't talked about is going from metric to standard. We've mentioned it briefly, but we haven't gone over it in detail. So let's take a look at that. We're going to start out with length. Now on the conversion sheet I gave you, and in your textbook, there are several conversions between metric and standard. I tend to only memorize one conversion for each type of measurement, and I try to memorize the most exact one. So for me, the one I have memorized is that 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters, because that one is almost exact. It's down to a tenth of a millimeter, which is pretty close. Some of your others, like 1 meter being 39.34 inches and stuff like that, they're a little bit more rounded off. But even with just this one conversion, I can convert pretty much whatever I want from standard into metric or the other way around. For example, let's say I have 10 feet and I want to know how many meters that is. Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to convert my 10 feet into inches, which is going to be how many inches? 120 inches. Very good. Just times 12. And now I'm going to convert my inches into centimeters. So I'm going to put this over 1 to make it a fraction. Then I'm going to have inches on bottom so they cancel out, and centimeters on top. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. So that cancels, and I get 120 times 2.54 is what? 300 and what? 4.8, something like that, centimeters. Does it look right? And now to convert from centimeters to meters, looking at our chart, centimeters to meters is just 2 spots to the left. So I move my decimal point 2 spots to the left. That's 3.048 meters. So yeah, it's a few steps, but it's not that bad to make those conversions with just this single conversion factor. For capacity, remember capacity in the standard system, we have gallons, and in the metric system, we have liters. The only one I memorize is the one that's the most precise, it seems like, is that 1 gallon is 3.785 liters. Now, some textbooks will just say 3.79, which is fine. So, let's say that you have a 5-gallon bucket. You want to know how many liters that is. That's a pretty direct conversion. We're at 5 gallons over 1. Gallons will go on bottom and liters on top. 1 gallon is 3.785. So my gallons cross cancel, and this is just going to be 5 times 3.785. 18.925. So a 5-gallon bucket is 18.925 liters. Most likely, by the way, you're going to see 5-gallon buckets change to 20-liter buckets or 18-liter buckets, something in there. If we're looking at weight, we mentioned this one already. And the fact that Well, we're really converting his weight into mass at the same time. We went over the fact that on Earth, since gravity is relatively constant, we tend to use weight and mass interchangeably. We find 1 kilogram is approximately equal to 2.2 pounds. Technically, as I said before, it's like 2.208 or something like that pounds is what it actually is. And again, a kilogram is a mass and a pound is a weight, so there's a little bit of a technical issue converting between them, but we go ahead and do it anyway. So let's say we have a person who weighs 180 pounds. We want to know how much they are in kilograms. So pounds on bottom, kilograms on top. 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. So the pounds cross cancel. This is 180 kilograms over 2.2. So we got to divide. 180 divided by 2.2 gives us 81.82 kilograms. So to combine this with what we did last class with our dual units. So let's say that we have something that is given as a density of 1.4 grams per cubic centimeter. And we want to know what that is in pounds per cubic inch. This is going to be a tough conversion, but it's not impossible. Just like we did with any of our other dual units, this is going to become 1.4 grams over 1 cubic centimeter. And we have to convert grams into pounds. Well, I can't go directly from grams to pounds. I have to go to kilograms. So I'm going to change that into 0.0014 kilograms per centimeter cubed. Now I can get rid of the kilograms and go to pounds. 1 kilogram, 2.2 pounds. So the kilograms are now gone. I still have to get rid of the centimeters cubed. Now I don't have that conversion inches cubed to centimeters cubed right now, but I do know that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. So 1 inch cubed, or 1 cubic inch, is going to be 2.54 cubed, which is going to give us something pretty long. We're going to round that to 16.387 centimeters cubed. So 1 cubic inch, 16.387 centimeters cubed. So centimeters cubed now cancel out as well. So up here we have 0.0014 times 2.2 times 16.387 gives us 0.0505 basically. That is pounds. Over on bottom here, let's say it's all ones, that is per cubic inch. So that's 0.05 pounds per cubic inch. What's that? It is a lot of steps. Now to compare, is that pretty dense? Well, what's the density of water? We know the density of water is 1 ounce of water. Come here. Per fluid ounce. Can we convert that into pounds per cubic inch? Yeah, we probably could. 1 ounce, 1 fluid ounce. Let's work with the fluid ounces first. Change it into cups. 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces. Now we're in cups. Probably go from cups into quarts, or to pints, I should say. 1 pint is 2 cups. Now we're in pints. Go from pints now into quarts. 1 quart is 2 pints. And since we're on a roll, we'll go from quarts into gallons. 1 gallon is 4 quarts. So now we're at least in gallons. You might be wondering, why on earth am I going to gallons? There's a reason for it. Now we gotta get rid of the ounces. We're gonna put ounces on bottom, pounds on top. 1 pound is 16 ounces. So if I multiply this out, I've got of course the ounces are gone. 1 times 8 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32, times 4 is 128. That is pounds over 1, well, times 16, so that's 16 gallons. Something went wrong. Yeah, 128 pounds per 16 gallons. I'm going to divide that out just to shorten things up a little bit. 128 divided by 16 is 8 pounds per gallon for water. Now, some of you may have already known that. The reason I went back to 1 ounce per fluid ounce is that's the definition of a fluid ounce, is the size of 1 ounce of water. So now to compare that, 8 pounds per 1 gallon, we can convert. 1 gallon is 231 cubic inches. So the gallons cross cancel. This is 8 divided by 231. 0.035. That is pounds per cubic inch. So whatever it was that we had up here, the 0.05 is actually quite a bit more dense than water, because water is only 0.035 pounds per cubic inch. This is 0.05 pounds per cubic inch. Make sense? Now, obviously, those are kind of some drastic conversions. I wouldn't make you guys do quite that much. I wouldn't hurt you quite that bad on it, but you guys get the point. You see the process of these conversions. Look familiar. Really, nothing new other than the 3 equivalencies from metric to standard today. So in your packet, this should be just about finishing up your packet. Page 238 is problem 65 through 75. And on page 266, problem 63 through 90, I believe. I have that written down correctly.